How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Well, I just sometimes get overwhelmed by the luck of finding some places. I'm in Dumfries and Galloway in Scotland, and what a lovely little spot I've found. I've got my, I like to call it the Hilleberg Cloud Peak 2 or the Nature Hike Alac 2, but it's the Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2 tent up. And I'm going to get the rest of the stuff ready in a minute, but I just thought I'd say hello to you first. I've been doing some great drone shots as well. I'm out here for a wild camp. I'm not going to promise any special cooking exhibitions this time. It's just dehydrated food, but one of them is one that I made, and I'll put a link for it up when I'm doing the cooking. But I just can't believe this. I've got a few more things to do to put up to do with the camp. I've got my Enlightened equipment quilt because it's going to be pretty warm tonight, although it's a little bit breezy. And I've got my Neo Air Light by Thermarest that I'm going to use as well. And I usually talk too much, so I'm not going to do this. But I just, you know when you just find somewhere and you just think, this could not be better. It's an absolutely flat little bit of ground amongst some really, really rugged terrain, and I'm looking forward to a really good wild camp. When I proofed the seams of this tent, I also put a few beads of the silicone mix in here, and it makes a real difference. If we put this down, it literally won't move, and I have a great deal of problems sometimes with these sort of sleeping mats slipping all over the place, but that keeps it absolutely wherever you want it. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. This is something that irritates me a bit. Someone's been here before and got a fire going, and only 5 yards away there's a nice slab of rock where you could have had an open fire, but instead they've not only left everything, but they've scorched all the earth. So I'm going to try my best to clear this up on their behalf. Actually, I don't know what I can do with this, apart from just clear out all the debris and hope that it grows back, because I can't cut a piece of turf out, because obviously I'll be making another scorched patch, but let's just hope that manages to grow back. But crikey, there you go. Well, I've Been having such a great time getting to grips with my SLR and the lovely lens that I've been lent, and yeah, it's now time to get a drink. You can probably hear I'm a little bit croaky. I've just been taking it all in and just loving it, so I'm going to get a cup of tea on the go. Just using my little fire trough mini here. If you're liking these videos, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and any support we can get for the channel by you buying the fire trough products is great. Just either go to the link in the description below or richardoutdoors.com, and everything's there. But yeah, it'd be great to know a few more of these are going out around the world. Just had some pictures of one from a subscriber and someone that bought one, and we sent it off to Tasmania, so there is little or no limit on where we can send them. And yeah, I love the little mini. Right, so whilst that's starting to warm up and boil, I'm just going to go for a little explore because I want to film the sunset tonight, so I'm going to look for a good place to put the GoPro. Oh, that's boiling nicely. I'm just going to have a bit windy. Half a latte, and most of it blew away. No, got most of it in there. Great. It's boiling. Snuff that out. Right, just going to have my coffee, and I've got some of this wild venison chorizo from Mr. Fox Fine Foods. Thank you again, Claire. I'm looking forward to giving that a go. Or chorizo, I don't know how it's pronounced. Leave a comment. I think it's chorizo. I have no idea. Let me know. Oh, it's hot. God. Right, well, time for the evening meal. I've got, this is some butter chicken that I made over 2 years ago now, and yeah, I vacuum packed it. I've just broken the seal a little bit, so it's a little bit looser, but yeah, I'm going to give that a go. I emptied my dehydrated butter chicken in here. I've had it for a couple of years on the shelf. It's been backpacked, and I added just enough water to cover it with a few bits sticking out, and now I'm bringing it to the boil, and you can already see that those sort of bits that look like cornflakes really, which are the sort of curry sauce, are now breaking down. I can bring that to the boil now, and once it's at the boil I've got my simmering ready to pop over, and I'll let it simmer for about 5 minutes and then it'll be ready. So that's as much of a boil as I want. Just going to take it off, pop the simmering on, check it hasn't gone out, which it hasn't. Maybe just even close that a little bit. Now it's gone out. So put the simmering on, close it up just a little bit, if you put the simmer ring on and it's too far closed at the beginning, it'll snuff the flame. So you need to put it on fairly open and then close it up a little bit, and that'll work nicely. Let that simmer away for 5 minutes. Well, that's ready now. I'm just going to put a good dollop of butter in there, and that sort of livens it all up a bit, gives it a glaze, and that'll be ready to go. On with the top. Ooh. Snuff that out. And we're away. So I've just come into the sun. It's a fantastic setting to enjoy my curry. Near that oyster catcher. You see the picture of it that I took just there. Yeah, he's quite noisy, but it's lovely. It's lovely to have the sound of the birds. So here we go. This is what I call Kevin's butter chicken from Kevin Outdoors over there in Canada. Foolproof recipe, really easy. Suggest you make it because it's delicious, even though I've had a few of these now. Oh, that is so good. Good. Well, I'll just take in the view, finish my curry, and yeah, probably go for a little walk. You've seen the surrounding area now with all the drone shots and so on. Walk this curry off and have a little chat with you just before it's time to turn in. I'd love to know a little bit more about wild edibles, but one thing I do know is these gorse flowers are okay to eat. Just out with my phone at the moment, doing taking some photos. I got chased by a couple of dozen heifers actually. They were sort of chasing me, and I was walking faster and faster, and they're getting closer, and I thought, fight or flight. So I turned around and started running at them, and luckily I won the battle. Anyway, let's give these a go. Oh, lovely. A little bit sweet, tiny bit of aniseed, but yeah, good. Well, I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. I've got my back to it. It's picked up quite a bit, but where my tent is there, it's beautifully sheltered, which is great. What a day it's turned out to be. I'm really quite lost for words at how lucky I am to have found this little spot. I was poring over OS maps, and we're visiting my mother-in-law who lives nearby, so I didn't want to be too far from the family. And this is sort of half an hour-ish from where she lives. And here I am. You know, we drove here today. My wife drove me and the family to have a little look. The skies were grey, it was pouring, and they left me with my rucksack at about 4. And I just thought, oh, this is just great. And I started walking to the area where I'd worked out that it might be okay, and the skies began to clear, and I found this amazing spot. So yeah, I'm going to go into the tent now. I won't do much more filming because I just want to get some sleep, probably listen to a couple of podcasts, but yeah, I'll just let the evening do its thing, and eventually it'll get dark whilst I'm in the tent. But it's been great spending this time with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the morning, and we'll get on with some breakfast then. Well, good morning everyone, and what a fantastic morning it is. Slept really well, woke up quite early because yeah, it gets light very early and the girls started singing away, but it doesn't matter when you wake up to a morning like this. It's 7:30 now. I've put a big pot of water on the go because I've got my breakfast and a cup of tea to make. I'm going to make dehydrated biscuits and gravy. And yeah, it is a breakfast. I mentioned on my camp beside the tarn that it seemed a strange thing for breakfast, but yeah, you're quite right. All my followers from the USA pointed that out for me. So biscuits and gravy it is for breakfast, and what a good breakfast it is too. So yeah, I'm just going to soak up a bit of the morning, get my breakfast on and have a nice cup of tea. Well, I've just used some of the time whilst that meal's rehydrating to pack up some bits of the camp. That's good. Nice cup of tea. And on with the biscuits and gravy. You've seen me eat this before, so I'm not did turn it into a bit of a soup last time, but so this is looking a lot better. Don't let the eyes deceive you. That's good food. Excellent. Well, I'll eat this, soak up the views, then get on with packing up camp. Well, that's just been amazing. I really appreciate you joining me for it. Seems difficult sort of saying to a camera, you're joining me, but I know you watch these and it's really appreciated. So I'll pack up the camp now, the rest of it, and get on my way. I've really enjoyed this one. This is, I think, for my enjoyment, has been about the best yet. There's something about the sea that I just love, and I hope in however many years it is when I retire that I can retire somewhere near the sea. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really good to see the subscribers picking up, but please like and subscribe if you can. Please support the channel. The Fire Trough Mini and the Fire Trough are now coming on at a get out there special price. We're just encouraging people to get out and do some camping, which is great. So we've made a little sort of a combination of the Fire Trough and the Mini available on richardoutdoors.com. But the main thing is to just enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I look forward to seeing you again. I can't do my thumbs. Here we go.